Hi, I'm Mark and I collect things. Sometimes I even play things, and I'm always here spending too much time organizing my collection. Today we're going to be looking at the 2018 Fleer Ultra X-Men trading card set created by Upper Deck. I have the complete base set and silver base set here in a BCW shoebox. Here's one of the base cards. I don't have any of my base cards sleeved or top loaded, so I'm going to be organizing them. I'm going to show off each card and sleeve and top load them. Then I also have the complete silver parallel base set over here. They're in sleeves, but I don't really like the sleeves they came in. I'll probably re-sleeve and top load those as well. But for this video, I'll probably just do the base cards because the base set is 150 cards. It is a huge set, and they're all these thick cards. Don't really know how best to store them in a way that I can enjoy them. So I'm going to do what I did with my 2016 Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpiece. I'm going to sleeve them in a thick card sleeve. I've got some cardboard gold sleeves that I purchased straight from their website. Then I've also got top loaders, thick top loaders, that I'm going to put them in, and then I'm just going to put them here in my BCW Super Shoe so that hopefully they'll be protected and I can take them out and look at them anytime I want to. I would want to put them in some kind of a binder or something, but the cards are so thick that it seems a little awkward to me. So this is the best thing I could come up with. It seems to have worked okay for my Joe Jusko Marvel Masterpiece cards. So I'm going to be doing that with my Fleer Ultra X-Men, and then later on with my Marvel Masterpiece 2020 cards. As I go through these and show them off, I'll probably ramble about the set and the upcoming Fleer Ultra Avengers set a little bit. Be a long video. Feel free to skip around. Check out some of the other artwork. Card number 1 is random. I've had these for a long time. I feel bad for not having taken good care of them. They've just been kind of sitting in this shoebox. But now I finally have the right sleeves and top loaders that I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything organized and in a box where I can flip through them if I want to. X-Man. All of the art in this set is original art. At least for the base set and the subsets. I guess some of the insert sets could have recycled art. I'm not sure on that. But definitely the base set and the subsets. There are 150 base cards. So it's just, you got to have a lot of space to store the complete base set since they are these thick cards. And then there's also 5 10 card subsets. So that's another 50 cards. So if you count those as the base set, that's 200 cards. So that's a lot for a base set. The upcoming Fleer Ultra Avengers, I think, is only 90 cards. Quicksilver is the next card. Although these thicker cards take up a lot more space, I do like the thicker card stock. It gives them a premium feel. They don't feel I don't feel like I'm gonna damage them as I'm handling them as much as like some regular trading cards. So I kind of like them. These top loaders are a little snug for these Fleer Ultra cards. Here's Blink. I love that they have the classic Fleer Ultra X-Men, the overlay or like the nameplates, just like some of the sets from the 90s. Nice throwback. I bought one inner case of these, and then I did maybe a couple on ePack and picked everything else up on Check Out My Cards. I looked back at what I paid for these boxes. I pre-ordered them. I bought 6 boxes, a sealed inner case, for $130 a box. At the time, I didn't really have a job that I was sure if it would be stable. It was a small business, so it was a good job, a really great job actually. But since it was a small business, never know when the revenue could slow down. So I felt like $130 a box was a lot. I felt like I was kind of overextending myself. But looking back, it's cheap compared to today's prices. Here's the Wolverine. The Fleer Ultra Avengers pre-order prices, they're like $400 a box right now. I have two pre-ordered at $350, which I honestly don't feel too great about. I'm pretty excited for the set, and I would like to open a couple. Wouldn't mind getting at least the base set. But gosh, $350, $400, that is a lot. So I'm getting two boxes for $700, which is about what I paid for an entire 6-box inner case from 2018 for these Fleer Ultra X-Men. This is just kind of crazy. I do want to open some, though, of the Fleer Ultra Avengers, make a couple videos. For me, the timing related to Marvel Masterpieces is going to be a big deal. If there's enough space between Fleer Ultra Avengers and Marvel Masterpieces, then I might spend a little bit more on Fleer Ultra Avengers. But if Marvel Masterpieces comes out shortly after Fleer Ultra Avengers, I'd rather use that money on Marvel Masterpieces, I think. But we don't really know when either is coming out. Here's an amazing card, the Tom Fleming Deadpool. A really great looking card. Zoom in so you can see the artist, Tom Fleming. I believe he has done some cards for Fleer Ultra Avengers. After this one, I'll show you guys the box that I have. I saved a few of my boxes, so you can check out the odds, the various inserts. And these are a little more snug than I was hoping. I tested them out on some of my Marvel Masterpieces, and they weren't as snug. I wonder if these are thicker than the Marvel Masterpieces cards. So here's one of the boxes. 150 card base set. It's pretty crazy that they did that with the thick cardstock. And then the 50 extra subsets. I think this is the first set with these stacks cards. They were pretty cool. There are Marvel Metal cards, Precious Metal Gems in the set. The X Cuts. Here's one of the subsets, Deadpool Around the World. And here are the pack odds and all of, I think, the possible hits if you want to freeze the video and take a look at that. Next up is Maverick. The first 75 cards are all heroes, and then the next 75, 76 through 150, are all villains. I wonder if they'll do something similar with the Avengers set. I'm not sure. I don't think there's a checklist yet. The sell sheet is out, so we know that it's a 90 card base set. Dazzler. I love this card. I like Dazzler quite a bit. This is a great looking card. I don't remember who the artist is, so let's take a look. Joe Coroni? Joe Coroni, I think. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced your name. If anybody knows the correct pronunciation, and if I butchered it, let me know down in the comments. Really good looking card. Cool pose, cool background. The disco ball necklace is hilarious. It was a lot of fun opening these because there are so many parallels and inserts. I think you get a silver in every pack, possibly maybe unless you get one of the gold of 99s. I think you get a subset in every pack. There's autographs. I don't remember what sketch I got though. I think I probably sold it to help pay for the cost of my case. I'm not the biggest sketch card collector. I do have some that I have kept from Marvel Masterpieces 2016. I don't really actively chase sketches too often. Shatterstar. With somebody in the background here. I'm not sure who that is in the background. Let me know down in the comments if you are purchasing any Fleer Ultra Avengers, if you've pre-ordered it or if you're gonna just wait until they come out at retail. And also let me know what kind of Fleer Ultra X-Men collection you have, if you have any of these cards. I've got the base set. Here's X-23. I have the complete silver parallel set, including the silver parallel subsets. Then I have, I think, the complete silver metal blaster cards, just the regular Marvel metal style cards. I did grab the Old Man Logan E-Pack achievement card for it off of Check Out My Cards. I have some of the stacks cards, just ones that I'd collected, and then picked up a few to finish the 3-card stack from Check Out My Cards. I sold most of my numbered parallels, like the golds. I had a few autos that I sold. I think I pulled a couple jambalayas that I sold. I wish I had those at the time. I wish I had them now and had not sold them at the time. Sold at least one comic cut panel from Uncanny X-Men, or X-Men number 4, first appearance of Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. But it was a really bad panel. No characters were in it. It's just some like military personnel or something. So I didn't really want to keep it. All right, next up, Lilandra. After I did my initial box openings of the inner case, I think I may have bought a couple on E-Pack, but not very many. I don't remember what they were priced at on E-Pack, but I didn't really want to go for the achievements. I'd already spent quite a bit on the inner case, and I think they were probably more expensive on E-Pack. Here's Siren. What I did do, though, is when everybody transferred their cards to Check Out My Cards to try to recuperate some of their costs that they had spent collecting, or maybe especially people that had maybe overextended just trying to gamble on hits, and there's like a race to the bottom. I picked up all the singles I needed, parallels, got a lot of them for cheap. I do have the complete Master of Magnetism set. It might be one of the first metal subsets. They're kind of like the metallurgy cards. Here's Kitty Pryde. It's a cool card. I've got something to mention actually for these base cards. There was an undisclosed like chase parallel set. So this is the regular base. Some of the cards can have a message from Charles Xavier on the back. You see the light on the left card. There is some text written in like gloss, so you can't see it straight on unless you kind of hold it at an angle with the light. It's pretty cool extra edition. They're pretty long odds, and I don't know which characters have them, but I have this one Kitty Pryde one that I pulled from my box, or from my inner case. I'm guessing I bet they're one per inner case. I'm not sure though. So if you have any base or are opening any of this product, you might want to check the backs of your cards to see if you have any of those Professor X hidden messages. Here is a Psylocke, a destroyed Sentinel. So when I picked up all the cards, what I needed to finish my parallel sets on Check Out My Cards, worked out pretty well. It worked out well also for me for other e-pack sets like 2016 Marvel Masterpieces and 2020 Marvel Masterpieces, Thunderbird. I'm thinking I might just take that approach with Fleer Ultra Avengers. I might try to plan for what sets I might want to get, like probably the base set and maybe just a couple of the insert sets. And just look to pick up the singles off Check Out My Cards when everyone kind of does the race to the bottom after they transfer from e-pack. My thinking is that although I like the style of these sets, these Fleer Ultra sets, and I think the Avengers one will be pretty good, the $400 price point just seems like too much to me, and I'd probably rather use that money on Marvel Masterpieces. Even the 2-box I've pre-ordered at $250, I'm already thinking that I should have waited to see in the release date or news about Marvel Masterpiece will hit, because it's $700 I could have spent on the 2022 Marvel Masterpieces. The $400 price point of Fleer Ultra Avengers also kind of has me terrified about what the price point of 2022 Marvel Masterpieces is going to be. Gosh, if the Fleer Ultra set is $400, here's Domino. It's a sweet card. See who the artist is. Crystal Graziano, I think. If Fleer Ultra Avengers is $400, I don't even want to think about what Marvel Masterpieces is going to be. I think it might be a $5.99 box, which I would not be surprised, and that is just a lot of money. Long shot. For 20, I think I paid about $250 or maybe $300. I'll have to go back and look. I'll definitely look before I make any videos on it. But that felt like a lot. Get close to that $300 price point. And now, like all the Spider-Man metal boxes, like $450. I just stayed away from it, unfortunately. I didn't pre-order it in advance or anything, so I didn't get the good lower price before the collectible boom. There's a Rogue. And after things went crazy, those boxes just shot up, so I had to skip that one, unfortunately, even though I do really like that set. I would pick up some blaster boxes if I could find any, but I never did find any at retail, so didn't get any. Here's Marrow. It's pretty cool that since they have a 150 card set, they can go for some of these more obscure characters that you might not see in sets very often. I have a feeling we probably will not see another 150 card Fleer Ultra or thick cardstock set. You guys can roast me in the comics if you know of a better way to get these cards and these top loaders. I don't know of any other way. Here's Sage. Sunspot, pretty cool. I wonder who the artist was. Mike Thompson. All right, so card number 25. We are 1/6 of the way done, and I've got a 21-minute video here already. I think I'll go ahead and stop this one. All right, started a new video just so it's a little easier to deal with. Here's Banshee. I'll try to move a little faster. I'm never gonna get through all these thought it'd be fun to just kind of talk about the set and the Avengers sets while I do this, but it did slow me down quite a bit. It's more fun to just kind of talk and speculate. All right, Hope. Beautiful card. Speaking of speculating, I do wonder also who the artist is going to be for 2022 Marvel Masterpieces. I have no idea who it's going to be. I haven't seen any firm news, just some speculation. Weapon X? I love the 2016 Just Go set. I did not do the 2018 set. Just didn't want to spend the money at the time. 2020, I did get quite a bit of that. I was really pleased with the Dave Palumbo artwork. Hepzibah. Character probably don't see a whole lot in the trading card sets. I really like that for 2020 Marvel Masterpieces with Dave Palumbo, that they picked someone that had not really done superhero artwork before. His artwork's amazing. His Magic cards and other work he's done, it's really good. I love his style and what he brought to Marvel Masterpieces. And I kind of hope that they will do that again. I hope they'll find somebody that does not traditionally do superheroes, and produces some art that I couldn't even think of that I had wanted until I saw it. Multiple Man. I think I prefer that actually over like established comic artists. Here's Penance. I should have checked what these boxes run right now. I bet they're just insanely expensive. They can have PMGs, so they probably have a pretty high price tag. Iceman. Let me know in the comments if you have any good ideas about who might be doing the 2022 Marvel Masterpieces set. And also, which artists you're looking forward to from the upcoming Fleer Ultra Avengers set. I am definitely looking forward to Tom Fleming's art in it. Jubilee. Warpath. I like the pose. I wonder, is he jumping or was he blasted by the explosion? Either way, it looks like his swords are about to find a target. Wolfsbane. I really like that these sets have all new original art. That is the biggest draw for me. That is one thing about Spider-Man Metal that I don't like. It's definitely at the price point it's at, and it hit. That is a reason for me not to go after it. If it was all original art, I probably would have paid those prices actually. But given that it's recycled art, I just can't go for the $400, $500 price point. Feral. wonder if they would ever do a character or team-specific masterpieces set, such as a Spider-Man masterpieces or an X-Men masterpieces. Captain Britain. I think Spider-Man and X-Men would be the two to do. And then maybe other franchises down the road if those were successful. Such as Avengers. Magma. Let me know though in the comments what card supplies you prefer to use. I'm curious what you guys use for penny sleeves, top loaders, 9-pocket pages, boxes, all that kind of stuff. If you have any tips to share, boom boom. Card number 39. I've been putting off buying top loaders and sleeves for these for quite a while, and then of course there was the supply chain issues where top loaders were extremely expensive. They're no longer expensive now. I did have to wait for Cardboard Gold to get a shipment of what I wanted though before I ordered Mondo, but I didn't have to wait too long, and they shipped it quickly. Prices were very good, especially when you're buying the quantity that I needed. I think I had to get 1,000 sleeves and top loaders. Havoc. Next up is Karma. I'm curious to see what the price is going to do for the Fleer Ultra Avengers. The other products have come down. Spider-Man Metal dropped some, but not a lot. But they're having some other products that significantly dropped. Spider-Verse is on my radar. Man, for a minute, I think it was at like $2.50 a box or something when it very first came out. The end of the hype of Spider-Man Metal, Megan. It's been slowly well, really, actually not slowly, but steadily and regularly dropping. It's down to like 105 or 109 online, I think. That is getting real close to where I am very interested in it. I think right around 100, it feels like an okay purchase. I'm not big on movie sets, but for Spider-Verse, the movie's so good. I'm pretty interested. Colossus, this is a wild card. I love this one. I love the hulking look to Colossus. Let's see. Bob McNeil. This is a sweet card. I'm tempted to try a box at the current like 105 or 110 price. Just for fun, just to hold some of those cards in hand. I don't want to pay e-pack prices, and I'm not going after any of the e-pack achievements, so I just want to buy physical for that one. Caliban. If it keeps dropping though, I am definitely watching it. If it gets to, I don't know, 80, I would like to buy quite a bit of it, I think at $80. Less than that for sure. The ideal situation might actually be when one of these next sets, like Fleer Ultra Avengers, if it would come out and then maybe put even more downward pressure on Spider-Verse. That snags some of it. Cyclops. I can't believe that like a movie set, an animated movie set, was over $200. It's just not the right price point for that set. I don't know how people are supposed to get into this hobby, especially if you're young or a kid. Gosh, with these price points. Phantom X. It's fine for, you know, an adult that has a steady job and is financially responsible and on top of their bills and whatnot. But like, you can't, if you're a kid, you just don't even have a chance to really get these products. I guess you could buy, sometimes you could buy a blaster. Maybe you get, like Spider-Man Metal did have blasters, I guess. But I doubt Fleer Ultra Avengers would have a blaster box. Magic. This is a cool card. Coming through the portal with her sword, kind of giving like a come at me bro gesture. Really cool. Mark Evans is the artist. It's a fun card. Oh, and the Sentinel in the background. My gosh, this one is really good. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is a little sad though. I've had these. I spent so much money on these cards, and I've had them for years, and I don't even recognize this card because I haven't really taken the time to just actually enjoy them and look at them. Partly because I have them over here in this box, unsleeved and not in top load or anything. It's still a little sad. Storm. There's a lesson to be learned in this, I think. Got a little bit of a surface something here. I do have a cloth. Let's see. It'll come off. Yeah. Still a little. These cards are pretty glossy, so I'm not worried that this microfiber cloth is going to damage or anything there. Yeah, I got it. Got whatever was on it off. All right. The hope is that now that I have the right supplies, and once I get them in these top loaders, I can flip through and enjoy them a little more often. Or at all, for that matter. Phoenix 2. Card number 50. So 1/3 of the way through the set. 2/3 of the way through the heroes. I think what I'll do is I'll probably try to make it through the rest of these heroes, stop there, and do a separate video for the villains. Warlock. I'll probably do it. I'd like to do a video for the subsets too. The subsets are really good. The base subsets. Cannonball. Lots of sentinels on these cards. You're just flying through, smashing through the head of a sentinel. Pretty cool. It's another Mark Evans card. Richter. Part of why I wanted to go through this was to kind of gauge my own interest in the Fleer Ultra Avengers based on what I feel and think about these Fleer Ultra X-Men cards. Gotta say, it is the quality of these cards and the quality of the artwork does make me more interested. Strong guy. So I am getting a little bit more FOMO, I think, for the Avengers set. I've got 2 boxes, though, coming. I don't need to feel like I'm not going to be missing out or anything. I'll get to open some, and I can always pick up singles. I guess what I'm trying to say is I am getting a little more excited, I think. It's just that price point. It's just a little much. Professor X. I don't know at what price point I would be happy at, though. I have to think about that for a minute. So these were $130. Paid like $250 to $300-ish, I think, for 2020 Marvel Masterpieces. It'd be funny to go through these cards and count how many Sentinels there are, or how many cards have Sentinels, what percentage. It's a lot. So $130 for these. Maybe $300 for 2020 Marvel Masterpieces. I don't really remember. $250. Raza Longknife. Actually, I don't even know this character. I should probably read this. I'll have to pause the video or come back and look at this card. I think maybe, I don't know, $200 is like, I think, a slam dunk for Fleer Ultra Avengers. I would buy an inner case if it was $200. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Forge. It'd be cut in half from where it is now. It's not, there's no way. Happened with Spider-Verse, but that's a movie set and a lower end kind of engineered product anyway. This is a fairly premium product. Not quite Marvel Masterpieces, but right under it, maybe. Husk. $250. I'd be a little more inclined to buy some, maybe. I think $300 is probably my ceiling at buying anymore. I mean, I bought two at $350, but just to check it out, make a video or two. At least that's how I'm rationalizing it. Sync. Yeah, I think at 200, I would buy a lot of Fleer Ultra Avengers. At 250, I would maybe buy a few more. If by some miracle E-Pack is 250 or less on Fleer Ultra Avengers, I would definitely buy it. Probably wouldn't chase achievements or anything, but since you can trade and transfer to check out my cards and everything for 250, I'd probably go for it. Sunfire. What do you guys think Fleer Ultra Avengers should be? Like, based on what you know about the product and what you know about this 2018 Fleer Ultra set. What do you think it should be priced at? And what would you price it at? Like, as, you know, taking into account the demand and being a legitimate business wanting to make money, but not gouge people. What do you think it should be priced at, and what would you price it at? Legion. It's a pretty cool card. Great TV series, by the way. One of my favorite Marvel television properties. Those 3 seasons of Legion. I think it's 3 seasons. Two or 3. Really, really excellent TV. Gladiator. Those cards 63. We are getting there. Do need to get another box of top loaders. I will look to do the rest of the villains on camera. I'll have to think about how to do it also. Don't know if I can. Here's Dust. Need some news to break or something to have have enough material to go over for 45 minutes to an hour. I do want to show off all of the card art though. It's worth showing off. It deserves to be, you know, shown off in a medium or a way that anybody can enjoy it. Cable. I maybe should have done the villains first and done the heroes second, given that the heroes are probably what viewers are going to be more interested in, just in general, because, you know, collectors gravitate more towards the heroes. Leech. As far as like character collectors and everything. I love myself. I personally, you know, there's a lot of villains that I love and a lot of great artwork. Morph. I don't know if any of you guys are Marvel Snap players. I've played it quite a bit the first couple weeks. I think I'm in like Pool 2, so I haven't played much after it first came out. I used Morph a lot. It's pretty fun when you can snag your opponent's best card. Also pretty painful when it misses or even hits another Morph. It does pretty much nothing. Polaris. So in Marvel Snap, Morph will copy the card that an opponent has in their hand at random. And then it will become that card as an on-reveal effect when it is revealed. And so its triggers will process as normal. So it could hit a complete dud, or it could hit the biggest combo piece of your opponent's deck, or the most powerful thing. Or it could copy another Morph, and then on reveal, do nothing. Emma Frost. Beast. When I was a child collecting Marvel trading cards, which dates myself, but you know, I grew up with all the sets in the 90s. I'm sure you can tell by all the gray hair I have. I don't know what the deal is, but I could never find Beast cards. Beast was always the last card I needed to complete my sets. Like, for sure, the Impel, right? Maybe it may have been Skybox by then, but Marvel Universe Series 3, Beast was the last card I needed. Jim Lee X-Men set, same deal. Could not find Beast for the life of me. Here's Maggot. I think there was probably another set where Beast was the limiting factor for my sets, or also like I'd have enough doubles for a second set, for example, but missing Beast. I don't know what the deal. I don't know if it was actually short printed or not. It feels like it was short printed in multiple sets. I don't know why they would do that. Phoenix. So who is that character or card that you could never find in the sets that you collected? And was Beast actually short printed? Were any of those 90s Marvel set, the Impel and Skybox, were there short prints for the main set? Kind of always wondered that. Moonstar. The artwork in this is really good. Brian Rude. Kind of always wondered if some of those characters were short printed, or even if there was like some weird like regional short print thing, like maybe overall the print run was even, but in certain distribution areas, maybe certain characters were short printed, or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, who knows? But if you do know anything about that, let me know. Bishop, this one is really good. I like this. Joe Caroni again. I'm not familiar with him, but it's a couple cards now of his that I pointed out that I really liked. I think we've got one more hero. All right, Chamber. All right, so this is the last of the Heroes cards. I got it in this video. There's no way, this is almost an hour video alone. Cannot do the villains as well. So there'll be a separate one for that. Let me know what you think about these cards. I think they're great. I'm looking forward to being able to protect them and flip through them more easily. Give a preview of some of the villains. Wrap up the video. Yeah, let me know what you think about this 2018 set. If you've enjoyed this content, I encourage you to consider liking and subscribing. That would help out my channel. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day.